The Cayman Islands is a leading tax-neutral hub that efficiently supports global economic growth and recovery. It has a strong, diversified financial services offering with experts in investment funds and asset management, banking, insurance, reinsurance, capital markets, and trusts.
So why are we one of the largest international financial centers in the world? It's cultural and it's historical. It goes back to the 60s and 70s and has everything to do with a warm welcome. A strong financial center like London, Singapore, Hong Kong, or Cayman, there are three things that are needed for sure. Smart, well-educated, hardworking people, the expertise, if you will. Secondly, they need to feel welcome. Lastly, the final ingredient is banks, reputable and committed banks for credibility and confidence.
There's a lot that can be said about why Cayman for financial services, so let me just hit on some of the key highlights. First, we're very lucky that we have the ability to attract and retain top talent, both locally and globally. And we're able to do this because we have a politically stable government that is very pro-business and has very good immigration policies. So for example, today, we have over 135 different nationalities that are working in Cayman and living a very high standard of living in the Cayman Islands.
Royal Bank of Canada is a great example of one of those long-term committed banks. Currently, RBC is the 11th largest in the world by way of market cap, and we opened in Cayman in 1964. We opened our investment business, RBC Dominion Securities Global, in 1972. The main ingredient, as mentioned, is expertise. And these experts arrived in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and Cayman truly became a melting pot of different cultures who moved here, who worked well together, and it's still happening today.
We also have a very trusted and proven legal system that's based on UK law, with the ultimate court of appeal being the UK Privy Council. And we also have a very balanced and sensible regulatory environment, which is based on global best practices and standards, which is really aimed to best protect the interests of investors and creditors.
The Cayman Islands banking system is bound by strict anti-money laundering laws, which together with our Know Your Customer regs are recognized as meeting or exceeding all major cities and other international financial centers around the world. Today, we are far more focused on the high net worth family or family office with some type of physical presence here in Cayman. And frankly, the islands industry has caught up. In much the same way that Singapore acts in Asia, the Cayman Islands is now a very sophisticated place to be, offering world-class wealth management services from right here, positioned with some of the strongest banks in the world. And while physically here, you can get a world-class meal of near any cuisine, first-in-class healthcare, great schools for the kids, all in safety, not locked behind the security guards of a gated community.
So when you take all this together, especially with our tax-neutral and transparent environment, along with our many other strengths, we have a leading model which has really made Cayman into a premier financial services hub.